time to learn some programming, upskill yourself, and make some really cool things. Try to land that awesome job in the field. And honestly, I just love the creative aspect of writing programs and coding. It allows you to go from absolute nothing to making such awesome things. So let's talk about variables. So variables are essentially just a box that you put some sort of data, basically information in. If you think like, oh, you're going to go move, you're going to get a bunch of boxes, you'll put stuff in those boxes, and then you'll have those boxes set, and you maybe write on them with a little black marker or something that says, hey, this is my books. Now you know that the box that says books has, well, your books in it. Variables work the same way. So we can say, const will say first name, and you can put whatever name you want in there. All this is doing is saying, hey, we're going to create this variable called first name. First name will hold anything. I mean, we could put, honestly, anything we wanted. It doesn't matter. But we put a name in because it's called first name. You wouldn't write on a box, hey, this is my books, and then put all your kitchen supplies in there. That would really throw you off, right? You would put all of your books in the box that was called books. So we name our variables after what the data they're going to hold, essentially. So it's going to be a first name. Well, my first name is Joseph. So first name variable will hold Joseph. The box that's called first name will hold my name. And so if we want to check that that's the case, we can actually do a console.log, and this will print it out to our terminal for us. Or if you go to any web page, you can control Shift J and actually do it right there as well. But if we do this, we can do first name. We can come down here and we can see that. See that? There's Joe. And so we can actually run it, and it's Joseph. So we can put that information into a variable and then print it out. We could do the same thing for, let's say, ages. Let's say const, and let's go age, and we could say, just for fun, we could say will be 1,892. Why not? So now we can actually console.log that as well. We can get console.log age, and if we check it out, we run the program once again, just node, and then the name of the file that we're using. There. Now we have my name and my age. That's pretty awesome. So now we can put any sort of information into these things, whether it's decimals, which is just floats, and we can do that too. We could put const prices, and we could have just $3.99 if we wanted to, and we could do the same thing. Now, if we wanted to see what basically item we had placed inside prices, just like we had with these, obviously we would have to do the same thing. We'd have to do console.log, and we would put prices inside of it. From there, we can go to our terminal, or you can come up here and just go terminal. You can do out the new terminal. It's the same thing. I just always have a habit of doing this. So we can run that again. And now we have, my first name, which we know is Joseph. First name prints out Joseph. The age that I put in there, I said I was 1,892. Well, there's the age. And then, of course, we have the prices as well. And the prices is right here. So we took these three variables, a string, a decimal, a float, which is an integer, and a float, which is basically just a decimal, and we printed them to the screen. Well, that's pretty awesome. So we'll end off with this. What we can actually do is we can do, say, let I would do const, and we'll say number 1 equals 15. Then we'll do const number 2 equals 15. So now we have two variables, number 1 and number 2, and they both hold a value of 15. If we were to print those, it'd be 15 and 15. But let's say we want to do this. Let's say we want to do, we're going to let result, no, you know what, we'll keep it constant. We'll let constant result equals num1 plus num2. So now, what do you think will happen? Will it try to smash them together? Will it be like a 1, 5, 1, 5? Will it actually be 30? Can we actually add these things together? Well, that's the cool thing. We can indeed. So we can go console.log and we can go result. We could save that and we can run that one more time, and there is the result. This is because when we take the name, when we take basically, first name, just like we did, we aren't printing that word, we're printing the value that is within it, right? You're not going to take the box and put that on the shelf. You're going to take the books out and put those on the shelf. So this was just an introduction. Play around with this. Put your name, your dog's name, cat's name, bird's name, whatever pet you have. Make up a pet, add your friends or family. But just play around with creating these variables, seeing how they work. And now that you know you can add these together, well, maybe you can do some other mathematical equations and play around with that a little bit.